to the defenses of the ballista tower. Oh, that is the lightning. The lightning is killing a lot of the armies of Gurte. This is a lot of damage. The fire is burning and he loses almost all of these ranges. Welcome to Command Port Middle-earth. My name is Enrique and this is the ladder. Today's game is Gurte as Man of the West playing PBR as the Isengard. This is gonna be on the frozen shell of Isen. Finally a Forge of Isen game. And it's gonna be a 20-minute game, but before we get into the game, let's look at the ladder. Some big changes in the arena. We've got Awe first, not a big change. Puero second, a little bit of a change. Rank 3 is Andy, big of a change. But then, most played games is Orky today. Not Cardi anymore, and he beats Cardi's game stat at 178 with 1 game difference. Orky, our newest, most played player, we only have 16 more days to go before this game and tournament ends. Furthermore, we have a hot streak. The King 6 wins, Hyenas 6 wins, and Andy 5 wins. We have climbers Velvia, one of the streamers, climbed from 260 to 109th. Bait from 192 seconds to 110th, and Dominic from 189 to 111th. Very good climbers. Finally, also some Giant Slayers. Killjoy 261st, beating Astal 48th. Santa beating the King, 180 rank difference. And Ruse Razor beating Grier, 168 rank difference. These are amazing representations for the low elo players. The Giant Slayers getting in there. Finally, Thor versus the King was 5 games, Thor versus Annie was 4 games, and PBR versus Puero with 3 games. We have a marathon, not really crossing an hour, a reasonable 45 minutes is okay. Dominic versus Lera, hitting the 15-minute mark. And then Eastfold, 15 games on Eastfold, Shell of the Isen, 14 games on Shell of the Isen, and Plains of Linden, 11 games on Plains of Linden. Yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the game. We have a few upsets. I like it to be Gurte. Gurte is one of my friends, so I'm curious how this is gonna end. Welcome to Forge of Isen, the shallow Forge of Isen, and it's the frozen shallow Forge of Isen. We have in the top left the Isengard player in the white PBR, and on the right side we have Gurte piloting the faction Man of the West in the blue color. A very normal opener, going farm first and then barracks. I usually build it the way around. I first go barracks and then I build a farm. But Gurte is a lion and I'm not, so he probably knows better. Then Isengard doing sort of the same. Yeah, he's doing the same. He has 3 furnaces, going Uru Pit, facing a weird direction, but probably that's the safest way to do it, I guess, to not be camped. Mr. Gurte is here. Yeah, Gurte is in the stream, as you might have known. We do these recordings live. So if you want to be live while I record these sessions and these replays, come hit me up on Twitch, Enrique707. But for now, we're looking at PBR, and he is building pikes, probably gonna harass or creep something. Same goes with Gurte, also gonna creep something. We're gonna look at this from the perspective of Gurte. We've also been trying to do a little bit of a tutorial game, so I'm gonna give a little bit of advice. Things that I learned while playing the game for the last 2 months is that creeping most often is more important than harassing your opponent if you are a new player. So if you want to learn the game, just don't focus on all that stuff, focus on harassing and just get solid, get some games in, get some reps in. You will then notice that harassing is very fun. Sending some units to the other side of the field, it's a very fun option to do and play around, but you need some more, you know, actions per minute, efficient actions per minute. Then small little army for Gurte already been made. It's 2 archers, soldiers and pikes. I feel like he's not floating now. He's working more units. He is on 4 farms now. Building his 4th farm. Saved a little bit of money. The Palantir being used. Isengard now knows exactly where the units of Gurte are. The reason for that is because the Palantir changed recently. It now tracks the scanned units. So at this point in the game, if I look at Isengard, he now sees exactly where the armies of Gurte are. So this attack is not a secret. He's not trying to do anything fancy. And he is incredibly, well seen at the moment. Rallying call being used, and these archers going down. 2 archer battalions, very, very greedy by PBR. He now gets his first warrior battalion, immediately getting the stances up. Defense, normal defense stand and battle stance are very important to keep track of. Attack stances for Gurte and defense stances. No defense stances on the units, which is apparently not necessary. There are the Warg Riders. Warg Riders cannot do a lot of damage when there's spikes on the map. And let's see if the micro of Gurte is good enough whilst also macro at the same time. He now is floating 800 resources, probably because he got some treasures. Immediately spending the resources though, so that is very, very good. Very talented. And there are 3 archer battalions. That's way too much to deal with. And the rallying call is gonna run out. So Gurte is running away from this. Warg Riders trampling the soldiers and the archers with the howl. This is instantly killing them. And here is the combined forces of Gurte. He has a stable as a 3rd production building. Again, Palantirs being used kind of speeds up the units and tracking all those battalions. Gurte doesn't know his creep is being stolen, but at the same time he did creep the wargs of the Isengard player. There's another Warg Rider battalion ready. There's 3 Warg Rider battalions, but there's also knights and a ballista shot damaging so many and killing so many of these units. Now he's being sandwiched. This is a problem. The pikes are running back. They're trying to hold position, trying not to aggro on anything. And the archers from a distance are trying to kill these. I think they're aiming for the wargs. Yeah, they're aiming for the wargs. So at the moment, these archers, the crossbow archers, are not being touched. Heal being used. Let's look at this from the perspective of Man of the West. 190 army left. This is a bad position for Gurte. Gurte does have the farm lead, I think. Yes, he has 1 extra farm over Isengard, but Isengard has more army on the field. 320 versus 200, 300. Oh, it's kind of, it's even. Nice. He just kept building, Gurte kept building, so there's no problems there. Isengard is saving probably for a hero. And Gurte has the Rangers out. These Rangers are gonna do a little bit more damage to these Warg Riders over the Gondor archers. Apparently Gurte found some time to upgrade his archery range to level 2 to be able to get these Rangers out. Warg Riders combining, being chased away by the pikes and running into the pikes, losing his second, losing not his rank 2 Warg Rider battalion, does lose one of the Warg Rider battalions, and the Knights of Gondor are now harassing the top side of the map. And there's a little bit of a standstill, but I feel like the armies of Isengard are stronger than the armies of Gondor. If you look at this position right now, PBR could just attack this and beat it and win. There are so many more archers. There is Warg Riders. But is Gurte seeing the Gondor soldiers? Yes, he saw them or he alt-controlled them. That could be 2 of the possibilities. Don't see that often, but the Warg Riders are respawning. This could be a little bit of extra experience for the armies of Gurte. Upgrading your units is very powerful. Every rank you get, they get a little bit more percentage damage over the first rank. I think it's 20% every time you level them up. Gurte recognizing the army is like, yeah, I'm not gonna take that fight. I'll run back. I'll wait for the new spawns to be there. I just cleaned this up. I'm getting my cav back into the fight, and yeah, I'll sacrifice one of those farms for me. Actually, Rallying Call being used, he thinks he is stronger with Rallying Call. And he's taking the attack and he's taking the fight. There is no front line though, but there is also no front line for Isengard. So there is just Archer versus Archer and Knights of Dol Amroth, Kodarks. Kodas are out, and Kodas very strong. They do a lot of damage to buildings, they do a lot of damage overall. Again, Gurte finding the time to skip a hero and just going for these 1200 resources units, the unique units. And immediately trying to kill Lurch, but almost running into the pikes. Lurch stopped the attack, and all the Dol Amroth died to the pikes of Isengard. PBR sniping 1200 resources away from Gurte. That must be advantage for PBR. PBR going for the late game, stacking these heroes. He is slowly snowballing, but the army of Gurte is pretty big, especially when both armies are combining. He had a harassment army on the top side, and through the middle he had a few units, and then there is the Dol Amroth actually didn't die. He still has 2 of them. He can replenish that by, if he has a well, he's building a well in the center of the map. There's another battalion of Dol Amroth ready. Knights of Dol Amroth ready to help with the harassment. He's not really using them. I think he forgot them. But PBR is struggling a little bit with... did he shoot himself? He shot his own units trying to get Bombadil. Bombadil disappearing. And Gurte find a lot of time. Gurte, the current rank 11 versus PBR, the current rank 13. Even though the rankings are so different, doesn't mean the skill is different. Gurte is ranked a Lion and PBR is ranked a T-Rex. If I'm not mistaken. Bottom side of the field, a little bit of harassment battalion. Needs to run away from alerts, otherwise he'll be feeding the hero. So a lot of free experience. Level 2 now. That is his blood thirst, I guess. And Rage Carnage. That ability will make him do a lot of damage when he is in melee mode. Lurch can switch from his bow to his sword to make it a little bit of a different champion with different abilities. Gondor Rangers are cleaning up these archers. Do they have heavy armor? No, right? This is just normal armor. That's still normal armor, but the upgrades are coming for Isengard. Is the upgrades already coming for Gurte? No, there are no upgrades for Gurte. He still has a lot of money invested in these Kodaks, and these Kodaks, the Knights of Dol Amroth, I don't think they're carrying their weight yet. I think he only cleaned up the top, which is probably carrying the weight, I guess. But PBR is being pushed back to his side of the field, and yeah, they do a lot of damage. Maybe it's they already paid back their investment. Rallying Call being used. A lot scarier army now that Rallying Call is used. So PBR is retreating back to his Uruk pits and to the defenses of the Ballista Tower. Oh, that is the lightning. The lightning is killing a lot of the armies of Gurte. This is a lot of damage. The fire is burning and he loses almost all of these rangers. If there are Warg Riders, this is the moment to attack these rangers. They are high level, so killing them is very beneficial. There are the Warg Riders going for the trample, hitting one of the only pikes in this group, losing so much, and Gurte running into the pikes of Isengard, trading Kodas for Warg Riders. Maybe not the best trade, but PBR resisting the attack. A little bit of a scouting farm on the top side of the field. Gurte now knows where the farms of Isengard are, or where the furnaces of Isengard are. But Sharku with his Warg Riders are immediately pouncing on this little builder. And yeah, this farm is not going to withstand the attack of these Warg Riders. Wow, Warcry is being stunned by clouds. He thinks this is worth it, so he's just gonna go for it. They're spending 1500 ability power to try and kill all these Warg Riders together with the hero. But there is no hero support, so there's also a lot of damage done to this cav. But because of the cloud, PBR has no more Warg Riders. That's a win for Gurte. Gurte is in complete map control. He has vision almost everywhere. The harassment battalions of PBR do not find any leeway. They cannot go anywhere without finding ranges. It is always a combo of ranges and tower guards going all over the map. And through the middle of the map now, here are a few more ranges and the Kodaks. And there's three battalions, I think, or is it two? Maybe 2 battalions. He can heal them easily together with the Knights. And there is the trample of Sharku. Sharku's also doing a good job. Oh, what? Wow, nice trample, avoiding the pikes. And Sharku is getting levels by trampling the rangers. But 1000 command point level limit for Gurte, and he is filling it up very quickly. Left side, another attack. No fire arrows yet. But apparently it was just an attack move somewhere. And because they are archers, there's nothing to attack, only units. They will not aggro on buildings if they go on attack mode. And oh shoot, the Kodaks running through the pikes, not microing them. And now, oh, the splash damage for... This is a lot of splash damage for Lurch, but Lurch is more powerful and he loses almost all his Kodaks. One more ballista shot. He's not aiming for them. Oh, he's lucky, but not lucky enough. The Lurch is being killed, traded by 1 battalion of Kodaks. 1 battalion of Kodaks survived, but I knew what was in the queue, so he has a more beautiful new battalion ready for the harassment to counter the cav. There is the fire arrows. Fire arrows doing a lot of damage to buildings. Luckily that does work, and the ballista free-shotting these ranges, and these ranges tanking a lot of the damage. Died now, a lot of them died. Level 3 is going down, immediately hurting the Warg Riders. Warg Riders almost, they actually immediately die. There's nothing they can do. There's no heal for Isengard, so this is just the army that he has to deal with, and the production is being camped by these rangers. How is PBR going to get out of this situation? He has to wait for his recharge, a cooldown on the lightning tower. If that is up again, he can probably nuke all of this, but Gurte is smart about it and switching up his armies a little bit so that there is some space in between and not everything dies to one blast of lightning strike. Kodas in the back of the base trying to do some damage to the to the economy of PBR, and PBR cannot get out of his base. There's vision everywhere. Gurte knows exactly where the builders are, knows exactly where his where the map is, what happens on the map, where his armies are. And now PBR has no production buildings anymore. There is the lightning strike. Actually managed to clump up his army by accident, I guess, and the armies of oh, there's Saruman is out. Saruman with a Wizard Blast doing a lot of damage immediately from level 1. Gets level 3 by 1 blast and killing a lot of tower guards. Dropping from 1000 command points to 600. And there is level 6 Lurch going in with Carnage mode, destroying and killing all the Kodas. No more Kodas, no more Rangers. Faramir is out, the first hero of Gurte so late in the game, but Gurte also has 23 spellbook power, almost 25, a few more shots, and he will have probably Earthquake. Now doing some damage to buildings. Taking down the... Oh no, he did not take down the builder. And the Rangers don't care, they have fire arrows, they're just going to walk into the base. This fortress is shooting, but it does barely any damage. And Army of the Death chosen instead of Earthquake. Probably just to kill Saruman. He doesn't need to bother with that in the moment. Or maybe the moment the Balrog is summoned, he can use the Army of the Death being used on the heroes. This is going to kill everything. The Army of Death now used to camp the production, and PBR surrenders. Wow, well played Gurte, the lion beating the T-Rex. That is a very good prestation, very good game by Gurte. PBR used to be top 3 in the ratings. Now he dropped down to rank 13 and Gurte is rank 11. Yeah, let's take a look at the ladder. This is the ladder of the day. Number 1, we have Awe. Number 2, Puero. Number 3, Andy. Number 4, Mr. Smog. The Ritter is number 5, Ghost Boy. The T-Rex, number 6, Solas. Number 7, the Dragon Earner. Raptor, 8, the King. 9th, 10th is Raptor, May Shadow. 11th, Gurte the Lion. PBR is a Raptor and not a T-Rex. He is 12th, the Raptor. PBR Empire is 13th, also a Raptor. SPQR 14th, Charizard 15th, Nuage 16th as a Lion. Gimli 17th, Maru 18th, Real Potato. The Hyena is 19th. Very well done, Hyena, Real Potato on the 19th spot. And Xemix the Lion ends it up as 20th of today's arena ladder. This has been Command Per Minute. My name is Enrique and I'll see you on the ladder. If you like this video and if you think this daily idea is pretty awesome to get a little bit of update of the ladder in the arena and BFME Middle-earth, feel free to follow the channel and like the channel, like this video, subscribe to Command Point Middle-earth for more videos, and I will see you on twitch.tv if you want to follow the making of and the production of these videos.